When you learn some new vocabulary, either by transcribing a lick from a recording or creating some ideas yourself, it's always a good idea to find several ways to incorporate it into your playing. This way, it helps you memorize the vocabulary and you get to make the most from the idea. This week on my Patreon page, I shared a cool lick that I took from a Chuck Loeb recording. The lick works over a minor 7th chord and it sounds like this. You can click on the link in the description to get the tabs for that lick. I like the phrase, so I took the first part of the lick and worked it into 3 different 2-5-1 lines, and this is what we will be looking at today. The tabs of every note in the 3 playing examples are available on my Patreon page, and you can check that out if it interests you. Now, as I mentioned, the lick happens over a minor 7th chord, so I used it on the 2 chord in a 2-5-1 chord progression. The 2 chord, of course, being a minor 7 chord. So let's have a listen to the first lick, and then we'll break it down. So as I mentioned, this lick works over a 2-5-1 chord progression. So we are in the key of C. The chords are D minor 7. I'll play it as D minor 9 right here. Then 2 beats of G13 followed by 2 beats of G7 sharp 5 like this. That would be your 5 chord, your 1 chord, C major 7. Then I go back to the 6 chord, A7 dominant. That would be A7 sharp 5 in this case. Which of course takes us back to D minor 7 and the progression continues. Alright, so the Chuck Loeb lick that we are working with, transposed to the key of D minor, looks like this. So that lick is being played over the D minor 7 chord. Now, one important point is that you can either play the lick in straight 16th notes or constant 16th notes. Or you can play it the way that he plays it, using the classic bebop rhythm of a 16th note rest followed by a 16th note triplet and then 16th notes after that. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. A little bit slower. Okay, so the first variation in lick 1 is this. And there, by playing the note E flat, I'm alluding to the G7 sharp 5. So that alludes to the G7 altered chord, which takes you back to C major 7. Lick 2, of course, starts the same way with the lick that we're working with. But this time it ends like this. So that's the part that we added. And there we're descending a G augmented arpeggio. And if you like these altered licks in a smooth jazz setting, I do have a number of lesson packs available on my website which cover this subject. Alright, lick number 3 starts with, again, the same lick that we're working with, but on the dominant chord uses the altered scale. Alright, the first part I'm sure you have down by now. Then on the G7 altered chord, I use the G altered scale. Of course, the G altered scale is the A flat melodic minor scale starting on G. So here's the A flat melodic minor scale in this position. Starting from G. Now, if you want to keep learning more ideas in this same style, I recommend that you watch this video right here, and be sure to check out my Patreon page as well.